Um, Before we went to break, we talked about Jay Ellis of HBO's Insecure, and the folks are saying that he's insecure about revealing he's actually married to a white woman. Now, social media users took a look at Ellis's page and noticed there weren't any photos of his wife or their daughter.
She's beautiful.
Yes.
Black Twitter seems to believe that he was advised not to post his white wife for the sake of his career. Now, I remember people really coming from Power. Oh my God.
My guy,
Omari
Hardrick.
Oh my God, that's menopause.
She's mixed, isn't she? Omari Hardrick's wife?
And they've been together like forever.
Yeah. Remember, people really came for him about that. So what are your thoughts on this story with Jay Ellis? And what do you think about, Black men that are married to white women that are, they have a huge Black fan base? That must be a lot of pressure and difficult. What do y'all think about this?
I absolutely agree with you that there is huge pressure. Like brothers, they could marry, a white woman or whatever it is, but or for a sister, when you date outside of your nationality in general, and you're on a hugely popular Black show. This is what I say about this. We all can't choose who each other decides to love based on color or sexuality. It is not others' choice. It is your choice. Whoever makes you feel good, loves you and respects you and makes you feel good, that is your choice and your decision.
I agree with Vivica 100%. And I'd also like to just add, Black people, I love us. I do. I swear to God. But we have to stop thinking that everything is a conspiracy. Just because he has a white wife doesn't mean that he's any less Black. He can still play a Black man in a Black sitcom or a Black series. Because he is Black, and it is still his history. It is still his genealogy, his all of that is still going to be in alignment. The African American history is still going to be in alignment with who he is as a Black man. It doesn't change him. It actually gives him an opportunity to teach his wife about his culture. And you know what? Like Vivica said, you cannot help who you love. The mere fact that he's protecting her shows that he's in love with her and loves her and doesn't want her to be harmed by the mean critics on this social media that's probably sitting at home with worse shit going on. This man is in love with his woman. He married her, and don't hate on him because he's in love. Don't be hating on him because he's happy. I don't think it has anything to do with him being a Black man or being more or less Black.
Right.
Lisa Ray, what do you think?
I think they covered it.
Okay. I'm going to say this. As someone that has a white mama, I have been told that I'm not Black enough. I can't sit with y'all. I'm not a Black person. I have to put myself in a different category. It's one of the most painful, hurtful things you could tell a woman who is so pro-Black and has so much love for her people. Here's my thing with people that marry outside their race. As long as you're not marrying outside your race because you think that's better or you have issues with your own Blackness, then there's no problem with it. Now, if you're someone that wants to erase your own Blackness, that's a whole nother discussion. But if you fall in love with someone that's white, whatever nationality or race, and you just love that person, but you don't sell out or shat on your people, then there's no problem. I only have a problem with someone that thinks that they have a prize if they married outside their race, as opposed to a Black woman who thinks they have something better than. That's the only time there should be an issue. But Jay Ellis has never done anything to make us believe that he has any kind of issues with his Blackness. So I think it's a non-issue. Now, there are plenty of people here that we do know of in the business or out in society that, they think, I got my white trophy wife. And this makes me better than, because I know
that politician from that, that Republican guy.
What's his name from Tim Scott, I believe. Is that the one?
What's that one? And he just was, he makes me sick. He just looked like a Uncle Tom. He made me mad. Every time
this Uncle Tom is an Uncle Tom.
My thing is there's a difference, and who's sincere in their relationship with their partner and who's doing it as a look for an appearance thing. And there's some of us that are guilty of doing that.
But the gag is even if you're doing it to be spiteful or you feel like you getting something better than your own race, you still boo, you still black.
That part.
You still gonna get pulled over.
Mhm.
You still gonna get racially profiled. You still gonna get all the privileges that you don't have. You still gonna have to be in a predicament where you are black. I mean, just because you marry white doesn't make you white. It actually makes you even blacker because now you're standing next to someone who highlights the fact that you don't look like them. So if that is your intention and you feel like, because it just really says you have low self-esteem, if you really do have low self-esteem and you marry anyone outside your race, whether it be Asian or Arabic or whatever the nationality may be, because you don't love yourself, it's not going to make you better or your culture better. It's not. And it actually is going to put your kids in a situation where they now have to be possibly bullied for being mulattoes, because then now that is an issue like Claudia just talked about. So it really, it doesn't make you any less black.
Can y'all just stop with the bullshit and stop trying to kick people out of the black community because you don't think that they're foundational black American? They're not all black. They have an immigrant. Where should I go? The land of mulatto land? I don't consider myself a mulatto. I consider myself a black woman, and you should be happy to have an ally like me because I go hard for mine.
So you're not an ally, sis. You black.
I'm
when you get that 1% black in there, you black.
Black.
But I have never had an identity issue growing up thinking I was anything but that. There are black women that have a white parent that do have that issue, but this ain't it. I ain't her. That ain't me. So don't do it. So, it's a case by case study here. So
ain't nobody pure. Show me somebody that's pure something.
That part.
I'll wait.
Not anymore.
Half these people talk all this shit about me. I didn't see not near one of y'all at the Million Man March back in 1995 when I was there as a journalist covering it for the Providence American newspaper. Where were y'all at? Anyway, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with all of our black asses when we come back.